Well, moving on a little bit from this form of sleeping, we have another form of sleep that's coming to Gundam Evolution.
Uh,
The
that's
end.
so sad. That's so
the
sad.
the end. So Ehe was
Man,
Ehe was just like, yeah, on Friday, he's like, yeah, Gundam Evolution is shutting down. I'm like, what? The game has just been up for a year. What do you mean it's shutting down?
it feels so fast too. Like they only have like season 4 now.
Is
I
it?
think
They
Is,
already shut down.
they just never had the player base, right?
On
uh,
launch, they went all in on the advertisement. Like a bunch of like big streamer was streaming it, but then
Yeah,
after
it's
that
true.
it
Yeah, I
just
remember.
fell
people
Yeah.
off.
were. I want to say like a lot of the streamers, because I was watching people stream it. Then all of them were like really hype on it, or they were at least like
Yeah.
positive on it. And the only thing I could see, and I'm like, the only what makes Overwatch special is just the map design. That's it. And I
Hmm.
wasn't as much of a fan of the map layouts for this game. The
Oh yeah, for
gameplay itself
Gundam,
was
it
kind of
was kind of
was
horrible.
was good, but like I didn't see like, okay, if you want to play like a sniper class, how you have good sight lines and how you can move to other sight lines, as opposed to like if you're playing like some of the melee stuff. A lot of stuff got concentrated into like one area sometimes, and I don't know if they ever fixed that. But I don't know if that's what what contributed. What they said, at least here, is that the service is going to be ending on November 29th, 2023. We wanted to create a title that brought FPS fans and Gundam fans together. We challenged ourselves to create an authentic Gundam FPS that could be enjoyed globally. Unfortunately, we have determined that it is no longer possible for us to provide a service that satisfies our players. We wanted to express our gratitude to everyone who has played the game and supported us to this point. At the same time, we would like to sincerely apologize to our fans and players. So there's no specific reason as to why, but
I mean, like you can see it, but it's not like the game is actually dead. Like it took a long time for me to find a game. Like most of the time,
Right. So it's
yeah.
player base at this point, right?
I think like the way they launched the game was also like kind of weird because they are launching a live service game, but they
mhm.
are region locking it. Some regions still cannot
Oh,
play the game because there's no Bandai server there.
It's
So
oh
on
yeah,
wow,
Steam. I believe it's on Steam
it
outside of
is,
Japan, and
yeah.
then within Japan, it's on the Bandai
no,
the launcher.
yeah, there was only like a few region that can like Asia, Japan, and then the US. That's it. There's no
That was
Europe.
it.
Uh,
Oh no, they
okay,
added Europe at like during in the middle, like
during
But
the
it
the
middle.
was
life of the
just like
game.
no servers
But
were
still,
available. But it wasn't like an IP ban, was it?
no, the game just doesn't show up on your Steam.
Oh, right.
You you have to like what's it called? You have to make a Steam account that have that region
That
that have the
region.
game.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. And outside of Japan, it was Steam only, right?
yeah, it was Steam only.
It was Steam only for
Okay.
outside Japan. So that really limited the amount of people that
Wait,
could
wait.
even see the game.
I thought it was on. It's on consoles as well. Correct me if I'm
It's on
I
wrong.
PS4,
don't
right? It's on
I don't
PS4,
It's PS4,
I,
PS5, Xbox SX, and Steam.
right?
I don't see like anyone playing on console. Maybe so, like,
But I
but
don't know if
I
it's like
don't.
cross.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was crossplay for it or
Maybe
not.
there wasn't. I mean, yeah, good question. I don't know.
Um, I mean, the crazy thing is that they're actually still they had stuff planned and they're still going along with those plans. There's 7 seasons. They just released season 5. Looks like on the 26th of this month. So by the time
Oh
you
yeah,
probably listen to this
yeah.
podcast,
They just like release a fucking season. So yeah, that was weird. They
and
just
adding a new
released a new season
Gundam
and then
next,
yeah.
Z Gundam coming in. What's this? Looks like August 23rd for season 6, and then season 7. They'll have like a new unit there, and yeah, the last shooting is what it's called. Dang, the last shooting.
The last shooting.
Dang.
So are they gonna make everything free in the last month or what?
Hopefully, you can still buy Battle Pass. So that was weird for me.
It looks
I was
like
Mm.
playing it and
Evo.
then oh
What is this
no, why?
called? Evo coin sales will end on the 26th of this month. Any
Mm.
future content will also be unlockable with capital points. Evo
Oh
coins will
nice.
be usable until the end of the service. Evo coins, items, and paid services are non-refundable. Okay, so it looks like you'll be able to get everything still with your like capital points. I guess that's the free currency. And then if you do have any extra, um, if you do have any extra coins, you can just go ahead and use those up. Even after the end of sales, Evo coins that players currently own will be only usable. Okay, yeah, until the end of the service. Okay, so It is sad. It actually makes me kind of wonder because this was kind of a huge initiative for Bandai Namco. They had a whole launcher that they made. Blue Protocol is a part of this initiative. And do they have another online game? I think they announced something else, didn't they?
Didn't have Bandai also. What's the MMO you guys are playing?
Oh, Blue
Yeah,
Protocol.
Blue Protocol.
Yeah, Blue
Yeah,
Protocol.
Yeah.
I want to
I
say
feel
there's
like
one
Bandai
more.
just doesn't, like they are not good at keeping live service game alive.
Yeah, that's
They only have there's a thing called a Bandai Namco launcher in Japan, which is how Japanese players are playing Gundam Evolution. Like it was not on Steam for Japan. Like you had to go through this launcher.
Oh, okay.
And
think it
if
is.
you
Wait.
open the launcher right now, there's only 2 games in it. It's Gundam Evolution and Blue Protocol.
Blue Protocol. Yeah, but it just makes me wonder like the future of Blue Protocol as well.
Well, I mean, like it should have just been on Steam. Like it is on Steam outside it will be on Steam rather outside of Japan, but for Japan, it's only on this launcher. So I don't know why the launcher exists, but also yeah, like if Bandai Namco. I mean, maybe if they're only focusing on Blue Protocol, maybe it's fine, right?
I mean, I assume that this launcher exists the same way as like Activision Blizzard's launcher exists, right?
Well, yeah, but
Ubisoft's launcher exists.
They're moving a lot of their stuff over. At least Activision, right, is moving, or Blizzard rather, except for Diablo, right?
But that's like well, we'll talk about that coming up. That's like super recent.
Yeah, but I think it's a sign that they're like that. It's I don't know if it's viable.
Oh yeah. Blizzard is like moving all their.
Yeah, they're moving their stuff over to Steam. Even like Call of Duty, like and Destiny when they were still Blizzard, like they were or Activision rather. Yeah, it was this launcher, and then they broke off. So for a while, when you opened the Blizzard launcher, BattleNet, it was like Call of Duty. What is it? Black Ops 4, and then Modern Warfare 1, and then Modern Warfare Remastered, and then Diablo 3 and World of Warcraft. And I was like, that's such a weird spread of like games. And then they split them off again. Like they took Call of Duty out of it and put them on Steam again. But
I mean, I think because I guess I'm kind of with Edge. It's like there's not a lot of marketing on it. Once like a new season came, I didn't even know there were new seasons of the game that dropped. So
I don't know why like the most damage that this game have done to me. This game made me addicted to hero shooter game, and the only hero shooter that I have to play is Overwatch. I don't want to play Overwatch, but I'm addicted to it, so I have to play Overwatch.
Have you tried Paladins at least?
Paladins, no,
it's not a hero shooter, is it?
It is.
No,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Paladin, it is. But,
Yeah.
Oh wait, that okay. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it every once in a while. It's what? Yeah, wasn't there another? What was that game from Cliffy B as well? That's like done.
That was not a hero shooter.
Outriders. Was it not a hero shooter?
No, it was something Outriders.
You guys remember
Outlaws?
Battleborn? You guys remember Battleborn?
Oh, Battleborn.
Yeah, that was
Gearbox
game.
The Overwatch competition.
Oh, it died. It died day and date when Overwatch came out, bro.
It's crazy.
Oh, Lawbreakers. That was it. Jesus. Yeah.
A Lawbreaker. Yeah.
But I guess like the thing for me is, like I said, I'm worried about Blue Protocol, even though that game will be coming out for Amazon Games next year overseas. And it should be okay for X amount of time. But we've seen this with a couple of Japanese companies. I mean, of course, maybe all of these games came out when, or not, they were conceptualized when live service games were really becoming a thing, or esports. That trend was happening in Japan. Because, Virtua Fighter actually does have a Virtual Fighter League. You have all the fighting games that have it. But, Babylon's Fall, we had that. It happened for a live service. And then we also had the Last Soldier from Square Enix as a Battle Royale live service game. I don't know if this, like, the Foam Stars is also going to be like something for a year. Same with Let It Die. I know that died. Then it came back with a new name. But it's like these companies just have a budget that they set aside for like, hey, let's do a live service game. Maybe it works. If it doesn't, we'll kill it in a year.
They probably have like a target. Yeah, if it doesn't meet the target, then they close it.
I feel like Japanese company want to have a live service game, but they don't want to go all in on it. They don't want like promote it and stuff. They just want it to be an overnight success.
I think like First Soldier had a problem with that. It was mobile only, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that game was on PC,
I probably would have checked it out.
It right now.
And then Babylon's Fall had a problem of being like probably overpriced actually at launch because it wasn't free, right? It wasn't a free to play game.
No.
That game should have been free.
Yeah, it should have been free. Same thing with like Exoprimal, probably, right?
No,
Yeah.
they should have paid me to play that game.
That's a good point Alex has brought up. We almost forgot. Yeah, Exoprimal just released like last week.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
Of course,
it's
it's on Game Pass, which is
It's
a
a
good
paid
thing.
game. Well, yeah,
but yeah, it's like
at this-
$80 for me.
yeah.
At the same time, it's kind of like one of those. That one runs into a game of an issue where like the game design is kind of interesting, but like
Yeah, actually,
how long-
apparently it is fun actually, but no one wants to buy it.
no, yeah, because I think what the single player campaign is online or something is what I heard. Like you can buy it, but you still
What,
have to
Extra
play
Primal?
online.
You like have to be online for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you do,
You
But-
fight dinosaurs and then you fight humans.
and
And sometimes you fight them together. You
Yeah.
fight the dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, there's PvP in it. It was
Yeah,
so chaotic.
it's PvE VP.
PvP,
Yeah.
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 Dude, I was willing to try that game, but I'm not so.
But now because it's not free, right? Yeah.
If
So I
it's
think-
like $30, probably, but I don't know.
No, for me,
It's
like
easy,
30.
like,
Okay, for me personally, I would probably pull the trigger at like 20 CAD, like 20 Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like
agree, I
15 USD or something like that.
agree. Mm.
But
I think
like-
that's
But not $70.
No, that's way too much money.
That's too much.
But Blue Protocol, I think, is a little more safer, at least in Japan, because it's an MMO, which is a proven genre, right?
Mm. Yeah.
And the art style really matches the Japanese demographic. Like how it does overseas is a different question entirely.
Mhm.
But like Blue Protocol is a safer bet for Japan. I don't know if that guarantees success or anything like that, but like I think it has broader appeal than like, Gundam. Don't get me wrong, is like huge, right? It's huge, but like at the end of the day, it's still Gundam. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like
Could you imagine if they had to put the Mercury Gundam in here, Ariel, or like something that's more current?
Oh
Like, 'cause,
yeah,
like,
they
a lot of
should
these,
have done that.
like I'm looking at a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of like the
yeah.
roster, and it's like, you know, it's
G
stuff.
Witch was really popular.
Was
They should
really
you know
have
what?
done
popular, yeah.
That might have been their downfall in the beginning when the roster wasn't mainstream enough.
I mean, we've
They
got like
do have
some,
like a banner
some
with
deep
it, but
cuts.
no.
Yeah, because like Exia, which is pretty popular, right? That was a banner, right? You had to buy Exia, right?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Or
you
was it
can
Battle
buy
Pass or something, right?
No, it's not. No, the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is only skin. They don't
okay.
have character.
But
in the Battle Pass.
Exia was paid though, right?
Yeah.
Exia was paid.
Exia
Okay.
is paid. Exia is paid.
Yeah, and that might have been their downfall. Now you think about it, like
Unicorn is paid. Unicorn is also like pretty
Mm.
popular too.
Yeah, Unicorn is. Well, I agree. Yeah, Unicorn is popular too. Maybe that's it. Do you think the roster wasn't mainstream enough at launch?
I feel like if they gone with Ariel, it would have been so much popular because Ariel
Yeah.
was sold out
Just-
everywhere.
Yeah.
Solo? Like, yeah, like
Because
I mean,
Exia's paid. Yeah, at launch at least it was paid.
because I remember, yeah, they had Barbados and stuff, and I mean, like, I think they went back to kind of Seed and Double O is kind of like their main stuff, and then, like you said, Unicorn. It's interesting because I feel like for us growing up overseas, and I don't know if it was the same thing for you, Ahead, but like Wing and G Gundam, that shit was
yeah,
like,
Wing was huge.
like
Wing
you could put
was
you
huge,
can put Wing in anything, and we'll all flip out.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
we'll do it, and then G Gundam after that. Because that's just what aired for us, and that's what we grew up with. Of
Yeah,
course.
Wing was huge, and then Double O was pretty big, right?
and yeah, Double O and Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny Seed, yeah, Seed and all that.
Those,
Seed
those went
Destiny,
pretty far in.
yeah.
But there's not like, yeah, they don't really have a lot that you're just like, oh, like I like that Gundam. You know,
Maybe it wasn't mainstream enough. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. And also, for me personally, the maps weren't that great. There wasn't
The maps.
enough maps. Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
the map
it
was,
was-
not great.
It
They
was a
also, like-
very arcadey game.
Mm.
Like, you know, like when you go to an arcade and there's like a multiplayer shooter or something there. I felt
Oh,
like
yeah.
this was
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
for that. And it felt like it had like this really good. It was good at what it did. Almost like what was that one game that also shut down? Unfortunately, it wasn't Time Splitters. Fudge! It came out like right around the time of Halo Infinite, like before Halo Infinite, and it was just like a arena shooter.
Splitgate.
Splitgate, yeah. Like Splitgate did Splitgate stuff really
Did
well.
it ever
but
leave beta? When I was playing it, was still technically in beta.
I don't think so.
It never left beta.
It just died, I guess. It was fairly
Man.
recent that they announced that it would be shutting down.
Did they
too.
announce that was shutting down?
They are not shutting down. They just stop updating it, but it's basically shutting down. But they do keep the server alive.
Yeah, I'm
really?
looking
They
at it on
are
Steam right
moving
now.
on.
Yeah.
They're moving on to like a different game.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
But yeah, so unfortunately that happened.
Unfortunately, that happened. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Also,